Let's talk about getting deported from Europe if you are a US citizen or just a person that overstays the 90-day limit. I had a girlfriend that sent me this video on Instagram and she was asking how this person got deported. And because I am a flight attendant and I am a person that lives between two countries, and as of right now, I do not have a permesso di soggiorno, so I just respect the 90-day rule. I wanted to tell you all what has been recently happening since the EU has had electronic checking of all the people coming in and out of the country, and how so many people have been caught overstaying their visa and being sent back home. Ciao tutti, I am Sam from A Perry Life. Just for those of you who do not know, I'm a Black woman that lives between New York City and Florence, Italy. And on my page, I talk about Italy, I talk about Florence, I talk about all the struggles of the expat situation, from a reality situation, from an immigrant who is an American that is in Italy. So follow me if you are interested in any information regarding that. So this particular young lady, she put this video of her in a detention center in Italy and stated that she was being deported. A friend sent me this and she was wondering how it happened. And as I did research on her page, on her Instagram, she didn't have a lot. I saw some of the comments, and then I went over to her TikTok and I saw that in January of 2025, she was doing, I don't know if it was study abroad, but she was going to be spending some time in Florence, Italy. And I saw that she went to Germany. I saw she was in Greece. I saw she had a really great time. And then I saw a video of her in a detention center. So being a person that's a flight attendant, I've had it where people are deported on my flight. And it's not always like someone who's like a criminal, like a violent criminal, but you did technically commit a crime by overstaying the amount of time that is allowed for you to be in another country. As a American with an American passport, I am automatically agreeing to the visa stipulations when I go into the Schengen area, which is that I will be there only 90 out of 180 days. So right now I count my days as I am going in and out of Europe to make sure that I do not overstay it. This young lady, it looks like she stayed for an entire year. So out of the 180 days, if she stayed for the first 90 days, she would have to go back to her home country or somewhere else for another 90 days before she's able to legally be back in the Schengen area, which is what she did not do. Something tells me that she probably went to a European country that was not in Schengen, and or as she was traveling and they checked her passport, because I did see that she went skiing. They probably checked her passport and saw that she had overstayed, especially since everything is electronic now. And that's how she got caught up, right? So let me show you guys this. This was on the local, and I'm going to read it from my computer so that I am not, like looking like this and having to move my person around. So it says that the biometric passport check has caught over 4,000 people who have overstayed their visas in the first 4 months. Now, this is something that I've noticed before, that coming into Italy, there was a difference in how much how thorough they were with people coming into passport control. I'm not saying that they didn't scan your passport or anything of that sort, but it was just like a little bit, I would say, easier. And in the last couple of years, I did see immigration officers from different countries who were kind of doing like quality control, I would say. And so there was like people from Germany. I feel like I saw a guy that was from like Luxembourg or something like that. So it says, since the new EU digital border system, some 17 million travelers and 30 million border crossings have been registered. And during this period, Schengen countries have recorded 16,000 refusals of entry. One of these, a bit more of 4,000, were due to overstays, referring to people breaching the rule allowing visitors to remain in the Schengen area for 90 days in the 180-day period. Other refusals were related to identity fraud, people trying to enter or exit numerous times using different passports, and use of false documents. Countries have to register at least 50% and reach 100% by April. So that is being in full operation of using these systems. So there's a lot of information in this article, so I'm just going to skip down to some things that I think that you guys might be interested in. So it says the 90-day rule, which allows non-EU citizens from certain countries such as the UK, US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand to spend 90 days in every 180 days in the EU without requiring a visa. Those traveling on EU passports are not affected by the change, but it does require third country nationals entering to register personal data and provide biometric information at the first border crossing. Non-EU Schengen citizens who live in the EU or the Schengen zone do not have to register, but instead show their passport and residency permit. Let's see. After April, Schengen countries have a transition period of 3 months during which they can decide not to take passengers biometrics to ease traffic. Now, this is something that I feel that a lot of Americans either don't know or don't care about. The young lady from the video, she got deported and she made it seem as if it was like part of like a vacation, which it's because she's most likely American or Canadian, either or, I'm assuming. But like people from other countries, they would not have such a lovely outlook on being deported. A lot of people see it as something that's absolutely horrific, which it is. Some people actually, going to another country is not like an extended vacation. It is literally like life changing. So, what do you guys think about this? Comment down below. Is it crazy? What should be like? I would be heartbroken if I could not return to Europe, or if I had some limitations with travel. It's not necessarily Europe, but if I had limitations on traveling as an American, I would be heartbroken. So I can imagine for people who start off with the limitations, how they are already really cautious. Like I am right now really cautious on my days and all this other stuff when it comes to going to Europe. Anyway, comment down below. I'm ranting now. Yeah, that's it. Ciao, ciao.